Let's go!
You are now watching 14A Sports on 15MOFE.com.
Welcome back to the 14A Sports Radio Show. And now, as you see at the table, we got our very special guest here as he untangles the headphones. Bob DeChiaro is in the building right now.
Yeah, welcome, Bobby. How we doing?
What's up, guys?
All right.
All right, now,
A little headphone difficulty.
pretty much everybody watching this show right now is from Bayonne, so they know this man. He's probably one of the most influential baseball coaches that's ever been around. But as well, he does videos. Ah, man, the damn technical difficulties.
Keep going, Walsh. Keep going, Walsh.
It is showbiz.
You have ADD. Keep going.
Yeah, he does YouTube videos. You look out for his channel on YouTube. It's BK Nets Space Cat.
Wow, these are some great videos.
BK Nets Cat.
Very
Now,
funny, very
now
funny.
you really get in there. You know, they're funny. They're insightful. You know, no punches are getting held back. You ever worry that Reggie Evans or Andre Blotz is going to come looking for you for talking smack on their teammates?
Oversized ass.
I don't really say many bad things about Reggie. Blatch, he definitely might smack you up.
Yeah.
No doubt. Am I talking loud
Get
enough?
closer.
A little closer?
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Well, no, yeah, I know, and that's the thing. You don't really get on them so much, but the teammates, you know,
Listen,
you get on them good.
You know, it's I don't like the Nets post game. If you guys watch the Yes Network, it's kind of fluffy.
Right.
You know, it's this one did good and that one did good, and it's like they interview one. They can't wait to get off the air. You know.
Right.
So I'm you know I want to be passionate. Yeah, I'm a passionate Net fan for 30 years.
Wow.
And
That's
I
a
want
long time to
you know,
suffer.
You're one of the few, huh?
For real.
They don't have those
27
kind of
win seasons.
loyal fans like
I
that.
started back when Larry Brown was coaching the team,
Oh,
back
wow.
when I was in high school, and then he left the team with like a week to go. They were great. They were headed into the playoffs with a full head of steam.
Right.
Larry leaves, and they get swept in the playoffs. And ever since I've hated him.
Ah, he's done that with every team. though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
But I've been a Net fan since. And in the 90s, they had a post-game show, WOR.
Okay.
And they invited callers to call in. So it was really
that's
caller.
You were Bobby D
was
for Bayo.
Caller.
Bobby D for Bayo. First time, long time.
Who do we got tonight?
Again.
We got Bob from Bayonne. So I would talk for 15 minutes, you know. And
That's awesome.
it got so cool. It was Bob Papa who now does the.
Love Bob Papa.
Yeah.
Love me some Bob
Me and
Papa.
Papa are actually good friends because of that.
Oh, cool.
And Michael Corrin. It got so crazy that they said whenever you come to the Net game, just come up to the booth. And just like we're doing right now, I popped the headphones on.
Get
I'd
outta
sit
here.
and we would talk Nets post game because the Nets were who liked the Nets?
Yeah.
No, for
No
sure.
one did.
And even more, who the hell wanted to talk Nets post game? Usually they wanted to run out of the building after the
Right.
game was
Always
over.
loser. Yeah, absolutely.
So now, but for me, it was therapy because I needed to vent. So to
Counselor Bob.
me, that's what it was. It was because nobody, my friends were like, Bob, I don't really give a shit.
Kind of like how our friends feel with us.
Yeah.
Like I have a buddy Pete who coaches Fairleigh Dickinson University, and I would call him at on the West Coast game. I'd call him at 1:30 in the morning. Did you see that? And he'd say, "Oh, I'm sleeping." I'm like, "What are you doing sleeping?" You know, they just play. He goes, "Bob, I gotta get up at 5. I'm jumping on a plane. I gotta go." And I'd be like, "Son of a bitch!" Well, I said, "Hang up. I'm gonna call you back and leave you a voicemail, and I'm gonna tell you what the problem is." So it's really more
Right.
for myself. I don't really do it for anybody else. I need it for my therapy.
Nah. Well, you know, the Nets have come a
I'd let it
long
out.
way, you know. I guess since their 2 finals appearances there in 2002 and 2003, and then, you know, we all just went through a huge lull, basically.
Yeah.
And now, finally, the excitement's back. You know, it sucks that they had to, you know, move to Brooklyn for that to happen.
Right.
But, I don't know, how do you feel about the whole move to Brooklyn?
I actually was very happy, Al, because the New Jersey crowd was awful.
Yeah,
I mean, you could
absolutely.
read a book,
Yeah.
study for your SAT,
Even when they were
your
going
bar
to the
exam.
finals.
You go to I mean, it's terrible. I mean, So I was actually one of these New Jersey guys that was thrilled that they were going somewhere else because I figured there'd be a little more of a
More support, fan base.
more enthusiasm.
Yeah,
and it's
for
true.
sure.
Now I've been to the Barclays Center.
Yeah, what do you think of it?
It's a great place,
Right.
but the crowd is still. It's like kind of like a luxury type crowd. It's like
Right.
novelty
Corporate,
type
yeah.
thing.
You know what? But that seems like all these new stadiums are going that way.
True.
Like Yankee Stadium is the same
Ah,
way.
it's
true.
They
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
the
you're right
road
about
there.
that.
You can't even
Yeah.
get down there.
Yeah.
So those new stadiums, that's what they're tailored to, which
No,
is
you're right.
unfortunate. But no, there's definitely more enthusiasm. The Meadowlands. That was a joke. That was an absolute joke.
It was a horror show. So I'm happy they're in Brooklyn. They're getting more attention nationally.
Right.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, I heard something yesterday. They have the I don't know if you guys heard this stat. It's hysterical.
This is
Did you hear
great.
about it?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Last year they were the 31st ranked NBA team in sales of their apparel.
How many NBA teams are
There's
there?
30.
There's 30.
They were 31st. The Supersonics. They've been
no longer exist.
Oh my
We're higher than them.
Well, in their
Gary
defense,
Payton jerseys and Sean Kemp.
if all of Sean Kemp's children bought a jersey, that puts sales to
But now they're fourth. So
That's
it
beautiful.
has a lot to do with the black jerseys.
the
It's a
Jay-Z
trendy
thing, too, man.
Jay-Z, of course.
Now he's
selling his shares.
his
Supposedly,
interest.
so he can make money being an
Being an
agent. But
agent.
I'm excited about the move to Brooklyn. I think it's cool.
You got an owner that's spending some money.
The owner
too,
is
you know?
cool.
He's
That's what it's all
spending-
about,
he's,
is getting a talent in there
Russian
that's gonna-
oligarch.
And
billionaire.
the thing that's important, or the thing that kind of gets me a little jacked up, because my expectation level went from where you're a Net fan your whole life.
Yep.
You don't have any expectations lately, and they suck. So when you see they lost by 20, you didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Now they spent $300 million. I mean,
right.
you want to.
You want a winner?
Listen,
Yeah,
you
for
spent
sure.
$300 million, man. You better, and your backcourt's making $40 million. Your center's a max contract,
Right.
so you expect them to be good. And when they're not good, which they haven't been very consistent, I like to sound off and tell it like it is.
Right.
So,
What did you think of the move when they got rid of Avery Johnson and what with PJ?
I'm not a big guy that believes coaches are responsible for teams, but there's no question something had to be done.
They were obviously tanking right there.
Something had to be done. There was definitely something missing with Avery. They came right out the gate and responded behind PJ, and then there was a little lull. But PJ since has become the winningest coach in franchise history.
Get out.
Yeah, that's the new statistic.
Well, the percentage.
Percentage-wise.
Percentage-wise to start, right?
Well, I thought so. Obviously they were tanking, just like Rich said. But a lot of those games where they came out of the chute with Carlissimo coaching, they were playing doldrum teams.
Absolutely.
So, but that's fine. They weren't exactly winning those games that they
weren't
should have been
beating
winning.
most teams.
So, I think that's where you start to become turn the new leaf over, where you beat those teams down in submission that you should be beating, the Charlottes, the Washingtons, stuff like that.
Right.
But we've seen them play a little harder now. They look like they're going to be the 4th seed here in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Last week they lost that game to Chicago. That looks like who they're going to play right there. You had some choice words for the team after that Chicago game last week.
You think about it. I mean, Chicago didn't have, 5 players.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 significant players, and they come into your building, and and that's the problem with the Nets. The Nets do not have an identity in the Barclays Center.
Right.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. They do. They have the tendency to they build leads. Brooke Lopez is a Hall of Fame first ballot first quarter player. He will be, and if they're going to create a Hall of Fame for first quarters, he's going to be the first ballot. He's going to be the number 1 first quarter player. And then he disappears. So the Nets do this. They get out to a 10, 15-point lead at home, and it means shit.
Right.
They take a couple of punches to the jaw, and they fold. If you look at their home record, Al, you'll see.
Right.
Very mediocre.
Well, 24 and 15
Mediocre.
at home, right? They're not. You're right. They're not at that elite level at home like other teams are.
And I'll give you another, if I don't mean to interrupt, but the last 30 games at home, 16 and 14.
Really?
Wow. That's pretty. That's
that's
pretty
bad,
bad.
yeah.
To be, you're a
500,
4 seed and you're a 500 team in your building. Not good. That's why the 4 seed.
Home court means nothing.
I don't like the 4 seed.
Right. You're on the safe side. Of
I don't
Miami.
feel comfortable in game 1, game 2, game 5, or game 7. In my own, I rather than be on the road. And I know that sounds retarded, but plus
That's the
plus
type of
if
team
you
they
do
are.
win the first round, you got Miami. So what are we going to do there?
Basically just take it out. Well, just to speak a little to your point, they had an 8-game road trip right there before they came home. 5-3 on that.
Impressive.
Not bad. They're playing some good teams there, though. The losses are to the Clippers, to the Nuggets, to the Jazz. You get wins in Detroit, Dallas, Phoenix, Portland, Cleveland, places you should win.
Yep.
But, I agree. The lone game that I went to this year, I was able to see that game where, Deron Williams had nine
crazy.
3-pointers.
That's
and
crazy.
The whole Reggie Evans
Wizards,
moment and
right?
everything.
Yeah.
But I saw on one of the videos that you were doing, you said the game that you went to was the one where they get drubbed by Milwaukee by 29 points.
First time I go to the Barclays Center, like 14 of us go. It's like because we got like 6 or 7 buddies here from Bayonne that root for the Nets, and we take our kids with us.
Right.
And then the Milwaukee Bucks come in here, and it's 29 points. I almost paralyzed my son. I grabbed him by the neck and I said, "Let's go." And I just left. I had to leave.
Oh my God!
I just can't take it. How are you down 29 in your building to anyone?
Yeah.
I mean, it really. If you're considered a decent NBA team, you can't fall behind by 30 points in your own building. And unfortunately, that's been the trend for them at home. But I'm accused of being negative. I wonder why. I don't know.
I didn't get that vibe.
Well, you're a lifelong Nets fan.
And I should be a little more pleased that they are a good team. They're a 4 seed.
At least
But
you're relevant now. At least you're in a mix.
That's all you can ask for.
Right.
But the fall off is so big from those elite teams down to the Nets, who are considered just a contender.
Right.
They really, honestly, they don't stand
and plus,
a chance.
the thing that kills, and Al appreciates this. I mean, I hate the Knicks so much.
Yeah.
I would rather be diagnosed with a terminal illness than see the Knicks. And I know HD is a Knicks fan back there. Then see the Knicks win. If the Knicks ever won a championship, I'll go on the record that I will commit suicide. I will.
I don't know where that negative label comes.
I just can't.
People are way off.
I can't. So there's a jealousy factor involved with the Nets. You know what I mean? It's
and how do you think it made me feel? This whole year I've been interning with the Knicks, writing articles for Knicks.com talking about how great they are.
what kind of shit is that? He didn't tell me that. I would have came on the show.
Finally, I came clean the other week, and the guy who I've been doing the internship with was like, "Yeah, I'm not a Knicks fan either. It's just it's a bang
It's
gig,
a job.
But
So you're a whore.
Quick little, pretty much. Will work for cyberspace recognition.
Not even money.
That's too funny.
Anyway, quick update here from the Phil's Mets game.
What?
Rain delay.
Delayed.
Yeah, it's right.
Delayed. So that's just as good as you guys taking the lead right now.
What inning is it? It didn't reach the 5th, did it?
It doesn't say. It just says delayed. I don't know what that's
I
all
hope
about.
it didn't reach the 5th. Although, what's the score? 5-2?
5-2 in the looks like the bottom of the 4th.
Rain out the Yankee fan pays for the ticket.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the Nets here.
Yeah.
Like we said, it looks like they're going to take on Chicago. Oh wait, we do have a call. Let's see who this is.
Let's mix it up. Let's get to the line.
3-2. We got a short call.
Hey, caller, welcome to the 14A Sports Radio Show. Who's this?
This is Dan from Belmar calling.
Dan from Belmar. What's going on, Dan?
What's up, brother?
I didn't know
How's it going,
cyberspace
guys?
went all the way down to Belmar.
What's up,
A little
Dan?
too much talk about the Nets going on over here.
Well, that's why we got a Nets
I think we got to
specialist.
talk about
I
the
agree.
hot team right now. We got to talk about the Knicks.
Ah, man. They're hot for now. They're hot till they
Knicks
get to the
fan?
playoffs. And then they're
So
gonna
what do you
fold.
think, Daddy? They're gonna get to Miami? You think they'll at least get to Miami Conference Championship?
Well, I mean, the way it's looking right now, absolutely. I mean, we had a couple of questionable calls the other night. I mean, leaving Kenyon Martin in.
Right.
I don't know how
Then he
you
got
guys
hurt.
feel about that.
Well, I think the Knicks'
up
biggest
20, I'll take him
problem,
out.
on the street, J.R. Smith has played, lights out, but he's more interested in laying the ball than, playing ball. So if you're going to depend on him going forward, I think that's, he's your primary, he's your secondary scorer, outside of Carmelo. And, I don't trust him. I really don't. I think that's your problem right there.
Yeah, and another thing, too. I mean, good luck rocking with Chris Copeland and Steve Novak down the stretch, trying to bang up with the Indiana Bigs. I mean, more power to you if they can get it done. But, I mean, the depth for them down low right now just isn't something that you want to have going into the playoffs. And another thing, too, is Tyson.
Let's look at another thing really quickly. I mean, look at how they've done without Amari.
Right.
Yeah, what are
That's
they,
the time that they went on, when they were, when they won all those games in the beginning of the season, and then look at them now. It's all gone on while Amari's been hurt.
And make it $20 million a year.
That's a beautiful thing.
Unbelievable.
Well,
Can we kill Dan? Can we find out where he lives?
We're going to trace this
Belmar,
call.
he's down in
Dan,
Belmar.
Hey,
Belmar, what
next-
is your
next
exact
time-
address?
You think North Korea can hit Belmar over here?
Next time we're at Bar A. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling into the show, Dan. We're gonna get into some more NBA talk after we're done with the Nets. It's just
Yeah,
we got a
quit
Nets
talking
special.
about the Nets. Let's move on to the Knicks, all right?
All right, thanks a
First
lot,
time
Dan.
in 20 years, we're bringing it back to, the Patrick Ewing,
jeez, Dan.
Charles Oakley.
Dan, you're breaking up.
That was good. Hey, one line kid.
We love you, Dan. Thanks a lot.
Bobby was getting heated, man.
He's turning all sorts of shades of gray.
Nice, brother. Nice job.
I wanted to tell that to him. Like, you're in hostile territory with a guy on the hang-up button right now. That's not where you want to be.
Oh, thanks for the call, though, Daddy.
Thanks, Dan. That was great.
How about the callers the last couple weeks, man? They've really been
that was
chiming
fun,
in.
man.
I think we're really making a difference out there in cyberspace.
Oh, we're touching.
You really think?
We are touching the
At
mask.
least you fooled yourself. Oh.
His head's gotten a little bit bigger.
All right, so with this 4-5 matchup, looks like it's going to be the Bulls. I mean, are we going to see another repeat of last week, or do we have a chance here in this series?
They say Noah could be out for the season.
Oh, yeah? Let's hope so. Yeah.
What's impressive about the Bulls is they play no matter who's on the court.
Thibodeau could coach
Yeah.
him up, man.
Yeah.
Thibodeau's a great
Yeah.
coach.
No Rose all year, and they're still
They're still
competitive.
right there,
Yeah, no Rose. You're right. Actually, no Rose,
He
and
comes
they're
back
still
for-
in that
is he
5
gonna come
seed.
back for the playoffs?
No, he's
I
not.
don't
He's
think
not.
so.
What?
Yeah,
They're
he's
not.
done.
They're not gonna. It's not like they're gonna win a championship. Why even?
Right.
True.
Have
Yeah.
him take another. Off season.
It's a great point.
He's a marquee player.
Well, that big thing with Chicago, a lot of people in that Bulls circle and everything, they're starting to question Rose themselves because Rose had that same injury, I guess, hours before Iman Shumpert did, and Shumpert's been playing since January 15th.
But look
it
how
up,
he
too.
came back. Remember?
But
Yeah, I know.
But here's. It's tough to question a guy. You don't know how hurt the guy is. Not every knee is the same.
Yeah.
Look at Adrian
Right.
Peterson. He came back and said
Right.
all the time. They're not all the same.
Your body
You're not
reacts
created
differently.
equal.
AP ruined it
You
for
get
all
different
injured
HGH.
people
He did,
everywhere.
Yeah.
He
Everywhere.
screwed them all.
Yeah,
he did.
Gotta-
You get different PEDs from
Yeah,
different
you got to
doctors.
get some
and
deer antler spray.
Oh,
Boom,
yeah.
You're in.
Oh, that's good stuff right there.
All right, now.
Walsh tried it.
Oh, yeah.
And look at him. No wonder why Rose is in.
It was Breed. It wasn't even the real thing. All right, so a big difference with the Nets this year has been the big three. Duran, Joe Johnson, your favorite player, Brooke Lopez.
The big three. Let's not get the big three.
For Brooklyn, I'm not saying they're the
Yeah,
big
not get
three in the
crazy.
league here. Brooklyn's big three, okay? Now, the thing is, the big three, they played in at least 88% of the
Yeah.
team's games individually.
Healthy,
That's
yeah.
big. That's something that the Nets haven't had in a long time, is a healthy
Right.
lineup full of stars. Talk a little bit about what they're all doing this
Well,
year.
it's almost a tale of two seasons for Williams, as you know.
Yeah.
Williams
Yep.
I said this on my show. You could have ranked 15 point guards that were better than him
Yeah.
at some point
He
this
looked
season.
out of shape, didn't you?
He was out of
he
shape,
looked out of shape. He
no
looked
question.
fat.
I mean, he's lost about 15, 16
You can
pounds.
see. Yeah,
no
absolutely.
question.
Yeah.
Which you have to scratch your head like,
You're professional.
how are you fat? You're a professional point guard. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you?
Have
So,
you seen the buffets in the locker room?
I guess that's the but it's been a tale of two seasons for him. He was brutal before the All-Star break, and he's been an elite point guard ever since. I mean, he's shooting better. At one point this year, he was shooting 25% in the fourth quarter.
That's brutal.
I mean, that's
brutal.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
But he stepped up. He's playing like a stud. Lopez, I mean, his numbers, you have to be 19. The problem is he's 7 foot, plays 37 minutes, and he gets like 4 rebounds.
He's such a
How does that
goofball.
happen?
He's the
Well, that's
dog.
because
He's the
Reg is
biggest
hogging the
dog.
ball.
That's a good point. Reggie does. That's a little bit. You have
That's
to
my
factor
ball,
in.
boy. You better get off that.
That is true.
Yeah, but the same. Well, Chris Humphries, he's not a lead player. It was the same thing
Right.
when Humphries there. Humphries stole all the rebound.
Humphries
He's
is-
just
right.
not. He's not a good rebounder. I think is what it comes down to.
He's not, and he never will be. I guess it's just always going to frustrate me when he's underneath the basket and he'll miss that awkward shot. He's a good shooter. He's got great skills.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a tremendous bank shot from the corner. He's got soft touch.
Right. I
So,
like
you know.
his Jew fro. That's that's one of his biggest.
Easy on the Jews.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's all Cole's fan base right there.
I'm saying
Hey,
that's
Googler.
a positive.
But Joe Johnson, you know, is like a magician. He disappears for big spots during the game. You can't find him.
And
You
it's
know?
so weird because you're right, he does, and then other times he'll come up. He's had 2 huge
had a
shots
number
for
of
the
game-winning
Nets this year.
shots.
Did
Yeah.
you see the stat with him? With less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter, he's 9 for 10
Wow.
in close games.
Wow.
I mean, you can't get more clutch than that.
No.
But the 47 minutes before that, he's like a
Where you at, JoJo?
35%
He
shooter.
needs some Brook Lopez first quarter for himself.
It's really it's frustrating. He's the key, though, in my opinion. If Joe Johnson is big in the playoffs, they'll advance.
Absolutely. He's a big guy. He's a tough matchup, man. You know, you get a
6'7".
shot. Huge guy. You know, get a shot over everyone. You're right.
Yeah.
Can back
absolutely
anybody
right.
down,
Right. Big, strong guy.
and he can make the three, although he's struggling to make the three. But there's a question about his health, too. You know, they got the ankle.
Yeah.
So who the hell knows?
Yeah.
Really.
That's what it comes down to.
Who the hell knows?
Now,
What are we doing?
Why are we having this show? What's the reason for this?
for
We're
the
still trying to think.
for the Nets?
We got nothing better to do on Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's freaking Wednesday. What the hell else are we gonna do?
True, it's a good point.
Yeah, you know, the big catalyst for the Nets at the beginning of the season was their bench. You had guys, you know, when Evans was coming off the bench, and you had Jerry Stackhouse having some big games. Now, you know, we got Marshawn Brooks has had some good games of late.
Yep.
We got
One or two.
Watson's
Watson's another key. I think if you watch them regularly, which I do, when Watson plays well, they generally fare well. He's had, like everybody on the bench, he's had struggles. Blatch has been tremendous. Blatch can be
Love me some Blatch.
Blatch can be like a star one night and look like me the next night. You know, I mean,
Volatile.
really.
Well, he parties. That's what the Philly PD was
I guess that's what it is.
I didn't hear that.
But he's got some skill
One of his
set.
boys raped somebody.
Yeah.
Nothing big.
Average NBA news.
Just another day in the association.
Oh, shit.
Sternfield's calling like that all day.
That's bad.
Nice.
No
All
big
right.
deal.
All right, so that was some great Nets talk with Bobby D. It was a
Yeah.
great time.
Thanks for having me, boys.
No, we're not done
You
yet.
keep me
We're
around.
not done with you
Oh, we're going
yet.
to talk some baseball.
Yeah,
We're going to talk a little Russell's auto body.
Oh, yeah. We got a little,
Throwback.
Well,
We're going to get the inside
No.
scoop.
well, how about it? We'll take a quick video break. We get back. We'll run down some MLB. And then before we get into a little Cal Ripken talk, we'll do a couple Russell's auto body stories with myself.
Oh, no.
Gordon McCabe's chiming in. We'll have him call up, see if he's got a
Was he a Russell's guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he was.
He was Fireman of the Year one year. That's the Russell Cy Young.
Oh, boy.
And Moose. You had Moose, too.
Yeah, we did. We had a nice one. All right, we'll get into it.
Curve, I remember.
Yeah.
All right, here's a video from our boy August Styles out of Cleveland, Ohio. This one's called That Other Shit. It's a great one.
This one's ridiculous.
All right, here, 14A Sports on 15 Minutes of Fame Radio. We'll be right back.
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.
Welcome back to the 14A Sports Radio Show. Make sure you guys check us out online, 14asports.com. Download the 15 Minutes of Fame application, 15mofe.com. Now, Bob, coming out right out of the break, we got a fan user question from you,
Nice.
from our buddy Justin Hidako. He would like to know, were you born awesome, or did someone teach you how to be awesome at such a young age?
Justin Udaka.
And he says hello.
Former player.
Are you taking notes, Justin?
Nice one, Justin. That was good.
And look, that was nice. He thought you thought it was coming negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of sensed that really was not really a compliment.
Backhand.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What do
Oh,
you
no.
You take everything now.
The Nets really did a number on you over the years.
Oh, you need get Pop on. We need therapy quick. It's like it's Dr. Melfi.
He was. I missed my pop.
All right, so Bob's specialty is baseball. We're going to do a little bit of MLB talk right now.
What do we got on the Phil's Mets?
First and foremost, we will get to the Phil's Mets. They're still in that rain delay, 5-2 right now in the
Rain
fourth.
out.
Actually, we got some
And the
Bayonne
fourth.
fans. Dee Dee Stein's at the game with a friend out there down in Philly. Shout out to them. Big fans of the show.
Nice.
But, you know, the series gets kicked off in Philly Monday night. ESPN game. Doc Halladay looking to rebound, and he went about as far south as I think anybody thought.
I'll tell you what, man. That game, that was like a changing of the guard. You have Halladay, one of the best pitchers in baseball over the last 7-8 years. He's done. He doesn't have any juice on a fastball. He can't spot it like he was all about movement and location. That's how he pitched. Matt Harvey came out. Matt Harvey didn't even have his good stuff. I mean, he has plus stuff, but he wasn't commanding like he could or like he's able to. And he dominated. He absolutely dominated. I am so excited for this Mets pitching staff moving forward. The first time, and I don't know how long, that I'm actually excited to be a Mets fan. We're still going to be bad this year, but there's certainly light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Harvey's obviously got the goods, but I worry about the kid. They're blowing his head up. Everyone's deeming him the next ace already. And are they going to blow his arm? Are they going to push him too hard? I mean, this season, you just said it, you're going to be bad. How hard do you push him? Throughout the year.
Do you Strasburg him?
If you go to the Verducci rule, you can't jump more than 30 innings, right? So from a previous season, right? you can't jump more than 30 innings. So he didn't have many major league innings last year, but he had enough for AAA. So he'll be fine. He's on 110 pitch count. They asked him the other day. He was at 110 in the seventh. If he would go another one, he said no. 110, I was done. He said maybe later in the year, whatever. But they're going to take care of him. That's an asset.
You got to protect that arm.
But going back to blowing his head up, when you hear the kid talk and when you hear people talk about him, he's not that kind of kid.
Like
he's a no nonsense. I'm here to win. None of that nonsense kind of. Yeah, he's not. At least from my impression and what you hear people say, he's not like that. I don't see that happening to him.
That's good to hear.
Bob, what's your take on Harvey?
Oh, it's the real deal, man.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's any questions. Can't miss. Total stud. No questions asked. Now,
how old is he?
Right, 24.
I mean, I don't think there's any question that he's a top of the line rotation guy for the next decade. As long as key with pitching itself.
Absolutely. I
mean, healthy.
Look at Mark Pryor. I mean, Mark Pryor looked like a once-in-a-generation type pitcher, and you blow your shoulder, that's it. It's a wrap.
Let's talk about another thing with your Mets right now. Remember your boy Buck? He's knocking the ball all over the ballpark right now.
Man, killing it.
He's homered in every game in this series against Philadelphia.
He's killing it, man. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good problem to have. Obviously, he's not going to continue this pace, but we got Darno in AAA. He's waiting in the wings. He's in Vegas. He started off nicely. But Buck's not going to let him take that position, without putting up a fight. And that's true. I don't think the Mets got as many home runs all season
out of their
Buck
catching.
hit.
Out of their
Josh
battery.
Tolley, I don't think he hit the ball out of the infield all year. He was unbelievably
That's great.
brutal.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's awesome to see Buck. He seems like a real leader. He's going to work with that young pitching staff, and it was, he's definitely an asset, no doubt about it.
All right. So in the second game of that series, the Phillies come back. A good performance from Cliff Lee.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that's having good performances on that staff right now. Phillies starting pitching is actually the dead last in the league coming out of the gate right now. And that's with Cliff Lee throwing, 2 great games. I know, Philly jumped out to the big lead last night, so I think Lee was just throwing a lot of fastballs down there to get the game going. How about Charlie Manuel? He yanks him with two outs in the top of the ninth, going for the complete game. The Philly fans boo Charlie Manuel as he's coming out to the mound. Big shock. Big shock.
Did you ever hear an interview with Charlie?
Will Hubdell.
Exactly.
The stars were nice that night, though.
He sounds like a down country hick.
Well, he's from West Virginia, former ball player.
I didn't even know that, but he sounds like
he
no
drinks
doubt about
moonshine
it.
in the dugout.
He makes moonshine.
He got a spill under the fucking bench.
Back when the Phillies were winning all those games, the last couple of years, that's what he was doing. He got bored. He had to pick up a new hobby. Making moonshine.
He doesn't seem like. I know he won a World Series. You got to give him credit, but he doesn't seem like he has any idea. The other thing is, he should not be in a baseball uniform. I don't care what the rules are. That man should not be in a. He's disgusting.
Let's stop checking him out, Vern.
How do you miss him? He's hanging. His he's hanging out. It's amazing he would take out Lee like that. Because that mean he'd have to walk out to the mound, save himself the walk.
Maybe he likes people checking him out.
Oh, funny.
What's going on?
So quick stat check on there. Buck's got 5 home runs this year, and then the rest of the team combined has 6. So he's right there. Your boy Cowgill, he had that grand slam opening day. He hasn't done much since.
Yeah, he's not hitting too well. They said he might have, he's trying to jack the ball. He got a little homer happy. But he's a fourth outfielder. He's not a big player.
Right.
Whatever he gives is a bonus. That Met outfield, as I've said it before, is terrible. It's terrible. So that we will not have any sustained success because our bullpen's not good and our outfield's horrible. So
Ike's off to a slow start.
We got
again,
some
right?
pieces. Yeah, man, that's a little disconcerting. He sounded, he had the Valley fever last year. He's coming off the ankle last year. He had a terrible first half, turned it around, wound up like 30 and 90.
It's the New York first baseman syndrome.
Yeah, DeChiaro too, right?
Yeah.
No,
But the one good thing about DeChiaro for the Yankees, at least the World's Baseball Classic is
Paying
his
that
salary.
contract.
Yeah.
I love that.
How about this?
That's
can
how
he
we
play
got
there?
Wells.
Can he play there every year? They have the World Baseball Classic.
That's
every
how we
year?
freed up the money for Wells, though. Is,
Right. But how about this? And actually, Craig Carton actually tweeted, I read it. Why didn't the Mets, Santana wanted to pitch in the World Baseball Classic. Why didn't they send him to the World Baseball Classic?
Yeah.
Cool.
Blow
That'd
out
have
his shoulder, that's $20 million.
Wow, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
And you would think those, the Wilpons, as frugal as they are, they'd have something up their sleeve like that.
Good thought.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah.
Now, before we get to the Yankees right now, this NL East is tough right now. You got Atlanta starting out real hot, 7-1.
Did you see that one Atlanta game where the brothers,
BJ
BJ tied
Justin,
it, and then Justin jacked one. Well, Marmol, he's oh my god.
They got some lineup out there, and they're beating up on Miami right now, 7-0 in the sixth inning.
they're just a
The
pinata.
Phils Mets game is resumed.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean
Super.
that's just a really, really tough division right now. Washington's playing some good ball as well. Their rotation, might be the
does
best
not
in the
look
game. It sucks that we're stuck in this division with this team right now, or with these teams right now.
You guys had your run. You're done. I'm serious. You guys are over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're an old
Phillies,
team.
you're gonna suck this year because I was very serious. Sorry.
That's right. No, but you're not. Your run's over. That's it. You're no longer a playoff team. You're no longer a contender.
He's right. You gotta start dumping those big
thanks.
contracts for whatever they're worth.
The big baseball expert from fucking Queens the last couple of years. Next.
No, I mean the Mets learned it with Reyes. You got to get rid of these guys. While you still get something out of them.
Yeah.
And you can't just let them walk.
I agree.
You're at the end of your run.
Yeah, you're
Start
right,
dumping these guys and get something. I mean,
well, you're not getting anything for Halliday right now. The way he's pitching, man.
a couple hot bugs I heard.
Maybe we can get Charlie Manuel bigger uniforms somewhere.
Or a new still.
That's another thing. I was reading an article with Charlie Manuel, and they're saying he's going to be the sacrificial lamb this year. If the team doesn't do well, they're going to get rid of him, and that's just basically how it's going to go. Chase Utley's another guy.
He's gone, right?
His contract's going to run out at the end of the year, so
Get
that's
rid of
potential trade bait, and he's absolutely killing the ball right now.
Yeah, he has a degenerative, knee issue that it's never going to go away.
Right, but I mean, he seems to be all right now. He's gone the whole spring without any issues. He's obviously killing the ball right now. Rollins is another guy that you could look at. He makes a lot of money. He's potential trade bait, but. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's talk about the exciting New York Yankees.
Lyle!
Well, actually, how about if you get to the Yankees? So, Bob, you have an interesting take on the Yankees this season as a Yankee fan, in fact.
Well, I'm a different Yankee fan. I'm not a pump. The thing with me with the Yankees is after last season's postseason, I'm still bitter.
That Detroit series.
I'm still now in midseason last year. I mean, you can go back on my Facebook post. I said this team is one of the worst offensive teams that the Yankees have had in terms of doing it when you need it.
Right.
Yeah,
Go ahead and beat up teams with their third pitcher in the game.
Yeah.
They did. They were famous for that.
That Swisher was the poster boy for that.
Yeah, exactly. They all were. They all were, Matt. They're all bullies.
Yeah.
And you get to the postseason, and was there anything more putrid than watching them try to swing the bat against Detroit?
Oh, and, they have to start it. They got
horrible.
They got, and the Yankees got stellar pitching in that
They did.
series. Stellar, except every starter was exceptional.
Yeah.
And so I still have a leftover bitterness, and then everybody gets hurt.
Surprising. But
Yeah, everybody's hurt, and but they're coming back. Well, they sucked when they were healthy. DeChiaro is all of a sudden he's a career .230 hitter now.
Yeah.
And Granderson strikes out, 800 times.
They both got homer happy, that left field porch. That right field porch.
Yeah, Tex was a 300 hitter when he came to New York. I mean,
absolutely.
And can we even? A-Rod. Really?
He's done.
A-Rod?
I wouldn't be surprised if he never plays another game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just let him kind of dwindle off now.
I wouldn't
Just
be
keep
surprised
paying him
at all.
like Bonilla.
Well, they got no choice. they sell him over $100 million.
$114 million over the next 5 years. Is that the most ridiculous thing the Yankees have ever done
That's
in
the
their
interest in their bank account.
Well, I like this. I mean, how crazy is this? The Mets, the highest paid Mets outfielder are Jason Bay and Bobby Bowden. That's unbelievable.
Where'd Bay land?
Seattle. He's from Seattle. He's in Seattle.
He'll probably do well.
Yeah.
I mean, his career was great, except for the Mets.
He got traded from
great
Pittsburgh.
everywhere.
He went to Boston.
He was a stud.
an MVP
Killed it in
candidate.
Boston.
He was a stud in
Boston,
Boston.
right?
And he replaced Manny, which was even no easy task, and he did it well.
Right.
And he goes to the Mets, and he can't get 4 hits in a week.
He was unbelievably
Kept
bad.
running into walls.
Our pet heads are
I'm trying to take a look at Jason Bay here. He's batting 300 on the young season.
super.
He's
That's right?
this is
10 at bats.
Yeah, he's played 5 games and he's got 10 at bats. I guess I don't know what the hell.
Is he walking?
He must be platooning, I
Obviously,
guess.
I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Yeah. Well, I think that's more hits than he got as a Met. So he was dreadful.
Might be.
Touche.
He was dreadful.
All right, so how about the Yankees bats go off in Cleveland these last couple games? Robinson Cano had a
it's
great
about time.
series out there finally against Cleveland pitching, but your boy Lyle, I texted you the other night, got himself a home run. Gotta love it, that sweet home run swing. Who else do you like right now with the name? Oh, by the way,
Euclid.
a guy, Euclid
Absolutely
absolutely killed the ball.
He got drilled in the face last night.
He looked so weird without the
Right?
goatee.
He's a good-looking guy without that damn thing. I
What are
mean,
you talking about? You're talking about me.
Pause.
Something you didn't tell me about?
That's why I sat you next to. You're my buffer.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right. Of course.
No, I mean, he looked like a damn log man.
Well, he's married to Tom Brady's sister. Who-
Yeah.
I hear
Is he
she's
really?
horrendous,
Yeah,
right?
you would think Tom Brady's sister. But no.
No, right? Yeah.
She's not cute.
Oh, you wouldn't?
not at
all.
You
No.
saying you wouldn't?
I said she's not cute.
It's got to be St. Patty's Day.
Run into that bitch in a Boston bath.
That wasn't bad. There you go. All right.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The one-line king is back at it. That Cervelli, he's doing a little tearing off.
He always
the ball
starts
cover.
out great. He's
Huh?
a great April May player.
Yeah.
Savelli.
There you go. He
The
gets
Brooke
the
Lopez
Brooke
of the
Lopez.
That's what sucks with baseball. Like this is what we have to work with right
And
now.
it means
We-
nothing.
yeah,
The numbers mean nothing right now, really.
yeah.
Not a
We
good
only
indicator.
have Vernon Wells, like you just
Yeah,
said,
he's tearing it up
batting
right now,
360, 467 on base. But that's the thing, we only have a little more than a handful of games to go off.
The
of,
old
but-
triple S, small sample
But
size.
this is we get excited about it now, and then we
why
can
not?
talk about it.
I mean, in 2 days,
I'll let
Cano
down-
Yeah, don't
was
worry.
hitting 113.
Cano will be back in the hole, yeah.
Now he's hitting 300.
Yeah.
It's 2
Right,
days. You got 7 hits in 2 days.
Oh, we got a caller. Love the calls. Well, welcome to the 14A Sports Radio Show. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Mike Pecoraro.
Mike Peck. What up, baby? Hey, you know what? I did not realize this until, and I played on the team, so it shows you how much I was paying attention.
You
But
couldn't see through those
Mike-
X-Men
Mike Peck
Forrest
was
Grant
a
looking
member. He was a member of Russell's Auto
Yeah, he
Body.
was.
Nice.
I did not know this.
What's up, Mikey? How we doing, brother?
I had a brief stint on Russell's. I did.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Successful?
Listen, I want to get into some Cal Ripken.
We were just about to.
Go ahead.
This is the only reason I'm watching your show, Walsh. I want to see some Cal Ripken talk go down.
We were just finishing up baseball and getting to it. Way to break the sensitive ice that we had going on, Peck. So that's it? You just want to hear some Cal Ripken talk?
I want to hear Mike's.
Peck's always been a man of few words.
I want to ask Bob who he thinks is the early favorite for MVP.
Oh, wow. They putting pressure on me,
And-
Mike.
and-
Cal
and-
Ripken?
and-
Cal
and-
Ripken of Major
All right.
League Baseball.
All right, I tell you what, we'll get to that in a little. We'll
right.
do a little Cal Ripken introduction. Thanks for the call, Peck.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks.
All right, we will get to the MVP. And fine, as Peck just alluded to, it's time to get into Cal Ripken, Babe Ruth baseball. Now,
So, hey, Walsh, just for people that maybe not familiar,
Okay.
just explain real quick what it is.
All right, now this is what are we got? Kids 5 to 15 that are playing these leagues.
Yep.
All right, now Bob and his brother Joe, they've been coaches in Bayonne baseball for how long? Did you guys?
I started in '88. My brother started in '89.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of our friends, a lot of people that we know, everybody who played baseball in Bayonne knows the DeChiaro name. It's about as common as Ruth in Yankee Stadium. It's big.
High praise.
I gotta tell you a story because I played on Bob's team, Russell's Auto Body, from when I was 10 years old to 12 years old.
94 to 96.
Right. Now
His peak
Right.
athletic prime.
now
That was it after that. That was it.
no. Now I was playing hockey. I played with Mr. Mysek. He's a real nice guy.
Yep.
So, I come strolling into day one of Russell's practice. It's a great day.
This can't be good.
It's nice out. It's everything. So we're practicing there at the Bailey schoolyard. We're not even practicing on a field. We're practicing at the schoolyard with the concrete and everything.
Let me just set the stage. So Walsh wore these big, horrendous
Right,
Rex
right.
pants.
Yeah.
He
they're
looked
bad.
exactly like Chris Sabo.
Yeah, he did.
with the blue tongue when I drank the blue slush puppy.
So yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I go to practice, and oh my God, it was an army camp compared to what I've been to. I go home, and I'm like, Mom, I'm not playing for this fucking team anymore. I hate it. I hate baseball. I want nothing to do with it at all. Get me off.
But Bob, did you feel the same way about him as
That was the goal, to try and get him to quit. He was
No,
so
they
bad.
really ran things serious over at Russell. They had like
They
stat
did.
sheet breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like Bully used to fill out his damn lineup card in Little League.
I was on the Elks Club. We were.
He walked off the mound and threw his glove at the press box against us.
So I go home, and I'm telling my mom this, and she basically told me, stop being a little bitch. So
I can see your mom saying that.
I go to second practice. I start learning some things about baseball, and it continues and continues and continues. And honestly, a lot of the conceptions that I've had about baseball and a lot of the ideas and a lot of the plays that we learned and the techniques, it all came from Bob DeChiaro right here. He's one of the most insightful minds
You
in
gonna
the game.
insult him like that? Oh my God! Don't insult him.
The whole DeChiaro family, they're great minds with baseball, and right now they continue to still work with the youth in baseball, which is a great thing. So I got to just talk about how the whole aspect of the leagues are running right now.
Well, it's been a long time. Like I said, '88 is when we started coaching. We formed a new league. We formed the Cal Ripken League in 1998.
Right, that was right around the time that they had the Cal Ripken Little League. That was right around the time when we were in the mix.
Yeah, you guys. I think you were around
7th, 8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were 12. Both you
Yeah.
guys were 12. So it was just past your time when you were in Little League. And, basically, long story short, is we didn't really like some things that were going on down there.
The old candy men, right? They used to eat all the leftover candy.
No.
You
wouldn't believe it with that crew in that room down there.
No. We ain't giving no free soda for foul balls around here.
That one guy used to drag the desk around when he tried to get out from behind it.
Oh, man.
I doubt he's still around.
Oh, that's
You guys are bad, man.
it's internet. No one watches.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Cyberspace. That sounds much more classy.
So we started the league in 98. So this was our 16th year. Our opening day was this past Saturday. And, we still have the fire. And what's amazing about our program is that you could probably find a dozen guys that have been there since inception and don't have kids in the program.
Wow,
That's
And
great.
you don't find it. Most leagues are comprised of parents.
Right.
And listen, that's the way it is. It's not a bad thing.
Right.
But when you have that, some of those leagues have political.
Oh, yeah, they're in it for
Yeah, I mean, they're in it to make sure their kid gets it better.
All the wrong reasons.
You know what I
The
mean?
kid's
So
a pitcher on a
our
shortstop
guys.
Stop and hit third type deal.
Yeah, I mean that's what you hear a lot around the state. Our group, our board is 13 guys, and half of them don't have kids in the program. So where their heart is.
Yeah.
They're not doing it for selfish reasons. They're doing it because they really love the program. And it takes. I mean, it's a lot of work, and it's. I'm not going to say sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes it's
Dealing
it's
with
taxing.
the public in general, and especially revved up parents who think their kid should bat third and play shortstop. It's difficult, absolutely.
Yeah. But overall, we still love it. There's nothing I'd rather do than go watch, 12-year-olds play baseball. I mean, I still enjoy. I mean, I was down there last night watching a couple of good games. I mean, I love it, and a lot of our guys do, and that's why That's why it's successful, I think.
Well, let's talk about the transformation of that field down there on Fifth Street. I mean,
that's a great point.
that has got to be the best field anywhere in youth baseball. I mean, it's amazing.
But right, go ahead.
Yeah, to see what it was at first. I think that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. We used to go down there. They say you have to practice at Fifth Street. It's like
shit.
glass. Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
No, seriously, but there was glass.
I grew up
everywhere,
around the corner from it. It
all
was
kinds
horrible.
of disgusting.
Yeah, like
disgusting.
prophylactics and all
Yeah,
kinds of...
yeah. People would just drink on the outfield on the weekends and
That was the party place.
I didn't know those people.
It was funny.
Sure.
When we went to the mayor back in '97 was when we came up with the idea. Lenny Keycheck was the mayor. We said, we want Fifth Street as a home, and he said, "Why? What the hell is wrong with you guys?"
Yeah.
And we were like, "Well, we'll put some love into it." And every year we just did something.
No, you did a
It
phenomenal
wasn't
job.
significant. We put a trailer up the first year. Then we put construction fencing in for an outfield fence, which was hysterical. We had the orange
I remember.
Yep.
that.
construction fencing, and every day I'd drive down, and it would be down because kids would ride their bikes through it,
I didn't know those guys either.
But like, holy shit. It probably was you. Rich.
Well,
I grew up around the block.
yeah, you know. Oh man, we had some good drinking nights on there, huh, Ray?
Don't know those guys.
Now, I don't. Is it still
Heck knows about
made of those recycled shoes? The
the
locker
rubber
ones
man,
still?
it's field turf, which is very common now almost everywhere.
Right.
Is little tiny granulated recycled sneakers that are
That's
on.
awesome.
And it plays live. And the nicest thing is it plays safe. You go anywhere else today.
Rocks, you
Oh
get
my!
bounces.
Even on
everywhere.
regular dirt, I mean, the fields. If it's been dry for a few weeks, it's hard as a rock.
Absolutely.
You've got sprinklers
man.
sticking up. You got divots. So it's a safe place for them to play, which is nice. And the best. Listen, let's be honest. There's no real maintenance. If it rains, you just wait a little while and you go on a field.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
So we've been able to get so many more games in because of that. And as we're speaking, we got it rained out tonight.
We got any
That's right.
retractable roofs in the future?
Get
They said every year they do something different. So
It's funny. We did look at the bubble. You've seen
Yeah.
the bubbles, of course. It was like 700,000 to do. And we said,
Really?
okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, maybe when our radio show gets big, maybe we can
Yeah,
donate
that'd be
a
nice.
retractable roof to the city that we
would
grew
be-
up in.
That would be expected. Yeah.
Don't
It's
hold
funny.
your
I
breath.
don't know if you guys are on Facebook. You see our one of our pictures of our old time field and Mr. Walsh.
Yeah, that's right. I
is
got the
feet.
the
Yeah.
Philly bullpen jacket.
He's got
on
the
now.
Philly
They
bullpen.
show you I'm not a 2000s front
Yeah,
runner.
he's throwing the pitch where we take the picture. This is what it looked like in '97 before we took over,
and it's Walsh,
And
huh?
it's Walsh. Yeah.
Just made the field even uglier, right?
Yeah. We wanted to get the
looked like
worst
in 97.
possible picture we
Hey,
can.
you didn't see the rec specs in that show. But no, I know there's that huge hill of dirt right there. I know exactly what picture you're talking about.
man.
That field was
And then
an
now
absolute
you've
mess.
got all the the great
beautiful
stuff going
place.
on there.
Really
and,
is.
and then I think
Beautiful.
I saw a picture today too with right in the score box. You guys got the internet hook up there, getting all the stats going on there,
Yeah.
like in game and all
Yeah,
that.
we're doing live scoring
It's
now.
incredible.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so
Dude, get out, really.
yeah, we're doing live
That's
scoring.
fabulous. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's. I mean, so you can actually, if you're home, you're at work, or even if you're down the shore, or whatever, you can follow the game live from your computer.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Now, before we grant Mike Pecorara's wish, I want to talk to you about
I was
something
hoping
else.
you forgot
too.
about that.
I saw you guys actually took a trip to the MLB Network studios and hung out with Cal Ripken.
Yeah,
Jr.
that was fun, man. That was great. We because of the relationship that we've got being involved in the league for so long, the commissioner of Babe Ruth gave me a call and said, "Hey, you want to take your kid to the studio?" And I called Joe. We grabbed another Bayonne kid, and it was great. It was really fun.
Was it in the city?
No, it's actually Sea Caucus, believe it or not.
Get out, really?
Yeah, and it's
Oh
been-
yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
it is,
Yeah,
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I
it was in
completely
Sea
forgot about
Caucus.
that.
Yeah, and it was fun. I mean, the Ripken brothers were great. They hung out. They taped the show, so it was a little long for the kids, but we, the adults enjoyed it, and they came over. They hung out. They threw the ball around with the
Oh,
kids.
wow. So cool guys. Yeah.
Oh, they did it
Nice.
best.
That's
They
great.
did it best. So yeah, that was nice. That was great. That's
Cool. Well, yeah, I mean, you guys have obviously been doing a great job with all that. I mean, like I said, the field is, it's a cathedral of youth baseball greatness.
Appreciate that.
So let's talk about the actual kids in the league right now. Who are some names that we might hear about in the future, and not on the police blotter in professional baseball?
Well, that was your era with the
From Community News.
half of that Russell's team that you were with. No, there's some terrific talent. I mean, I don't want to leave anybody out because it'll be unfair. But
Yeah, you
some
don't
of
have to name kids.
no,
if you
but
don't
some of the better players we had, like Shane Paradine, is just an all around terrific player and a great kid too. You talk about an honor roll student, a kid that's just respectful. You know, Anthony Francaneri is a stud. These are MVP candidates. Matthew Brown, a terrific kid. C.J. Serbone. You know, there's a couple of kids on the Modell's team that's really strong. Gregory Pease, Jimmy Kemp. You know, really strong. I mean, the nice part about the program is we have a lot of great kids. Not just good baseball players, but great all-around kids. And, you know, our coaches are responsible for some of that, too. Of course, their parents are, ultimately. But the coaches help teach them not only baseball, but and you know this, Al. I mean, we were more about teaching life lessons than teaching baseball. I mean, we used baseball as a tool to teach life lessons. So
we didn't get that many of them.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like when we missed a ground ball, we got headlocked, and you know, just teaches
Mike
you.
Rice. Instead of a basketball, I threw a baseball at him. But he's all right now. He's not a bad. Look how good he is now.
Hey, we got an internet radio show now.
Nice.
Everything worked
You
out.
did a great
right.
job, Coach. Oh, you really want to take credit?
All right, well, you know, it's very sad, but our time here is done. We thank you very much for coming on the show
I really
tonight.
appreciate it. I had fun.
Yeah, we had a great time doing all the Nets
great.
talk, all the
Had some
baseball
fun.
talk, all the Cal Ripken talk, and everything. You can check out Bob in his post-game Nets. You know, he's really nice. His really nice appreciation for the team after
His
games.
optimistic
Not negative at
It's
all.
only a good show if they lose. If they win, you don't even want to tune in because it's boring.
Make sure you subscribe to his videos. That's why don't you give him the plug?
Yeah,
for that?
BK Nets Cap is the page on Facebook and also it's a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, listen, Bob.
Be sure to
Continued
check that
success with the program.
Thank you, boys.
You're
Thank
doing
you.
a great job. Thanks for stopping by.
I appreciate it. It was
All
great,
right.
man. Appreciate it.
All right, these next guys we've been chatting with all day. A great bunch of guys. Fiction 20 Down. This one's called Down Like Hip Hop. We are 14A Sports on 15 Minutes of Fame Radio. We'll be back
I actually like this one.
with the Coles News Network.
The building is leaning.
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.